I must correct myself from last week. I was saying his name wrong because I assumed the same sound as in my language, but it's not true. Correcting myself. The word that is used for his second name is a Bulgarian word, and I did know that his name had Bulgarian roots, especially the second one, but I didn't know that Bulgarians have different sound than we do. And I started looking into it on the weekend. As you can see here, Bulgarians have a word from Proto-Slavic that is chudo, and it means miracle. And this word is very similar to Polish word that is also from Proto-Slavic, but it was changed. It went through masuration. So we, in our language, took the same root word as in Proto-Slavic Bulgarians, and we changed chudo to cudo, which is a different word. And cudo in Polish also means miracle, or cud means miracle, because we drop the o at the end often. Cudo and cud are like interchangeable a bit. But when it comes to why I read his name as Chudomirovich before, was because I assumed, due to the construction of his name, that the name is also existing in Polish language. But when I started Googling over the weekend, I couldn't find any Polish person ever who wore that name, despite the construction matching the typical name construction in Polish. The only person I ever found with Chudomir as a name, or Chudomir as a name, was a Bulgarian writer. So, it's a Bulgarian name, but it bears very striking similarity to Polish name like rules of naming. Like we have names with similar structure, like Sławomir, which is like Slava and Mir at the end. Anyway. So there is another word in my language that I used the sound from when I was reading Chudomir and Chudomirovich. I was using the word chudy, which is very similar to the word chudo, but it has different meaning and different sounds. And it means slim in Polish. So those are like similar words, and hence why I was reading his surname as Chudomirovich, because due to how it was written and the construction of the name that I assumed should exist in Polish, I read it with the Polish sound. But it's Bulgarian name, so you should read it with the Bulgarian sound, which means Chudomirovich. And also Ukrainians also have this sound. So in Ukrainian it would also be Chudomirovich, in Russian it would also be Chudomirovich. In Polish, if we made the strict translation using the Proto-Slavic word, his name would be Chudomirovich instead. Because, like I said, due to masuration, was it the word? We dropped the ch sound from that word. And instead we have cudo, which is a different sound also. While chudy is also a different word with different roots, but looking the same. And when we are at the names, someone said that Kyryll may also be Bulgarian, but the way it's written, I checked the roots for that word. Like, I was checking it on the stream last week, and it is Greek. But when it comes to Bulgarian version, the one I found doesn't match the way they write it in the game. The closest versions are the original Kyrillos from ancient Greek and Kyrylo from Ukrainian. Oh lol. Oh my god, what happened? Game, I was busy here explaining something and you did that to me. How dare you? Anyway, what I was saying, yeah, so assuming that Kyryll is an Ukrainian name is not technically wrong because of how it's written. Like, Kyrylo is very close. It just drops the O and you add another L and you have the same. But it's like, it also kind of looks like the ancient Greek version, the Kyrillos. But the way in which they written it in the game, Kyryll with 2Y looks more Ukrainian. I don't know if Bulgarians have different version of this name, because from this website I was checking for different versions of the name Cyrill, because the Cyrill is the root word. The only version for Bulgarian I got was Kyryll with I instead of Y. So if I was going by how the game writes his name, I would say that Kyryll would be more Ukrainian, Chudomirovich would be Bulgarian, and Flins is the Slavic god of death.